Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura and you're watching Thursday Threads. This week I want to tackle the second block that was included in the May Quilt Block Lottery. So Quilt Block Lottery is a group on Facebook, and every month there's different blocks for you to try, and this time we've got a tulip. And this was a little bit of a challenge for me because I had never done half rectangle triangles, and they are different from half square triangles. They truly are. So bear with me. This is going to take some practice, but I think I like this block. So don't go away. We'll come back and we'll show you what you need. Start with, you need 2-inch squares for background, 3.5-inch squares, and some rectangles that are 4.5 and 7 3/4. A fabric for your leaves to be 4.5 by 7 3/4. Your flower petals, 4.5 by 7 3/4. A square that is 6.5 by 6.5. Your final piece will be a 2-inch block of yellow or orange or some kind of accent piece to be for the center of the flower. So, recap. A 2-inch square for the center of the flower, 2-inch background, 3.5-inch background, 4.5 by 7 3/4 background, 4.5 by 7 3/4 leaf. Your flower is 4.5 by 7 3/4 and a 6.5-inch square. So the first step is you're going to take your 2-inch, at least for me, this was my first step. I took my 2-inch background and my 2-inch flower center, and I made a 4-patch. And I want that yellow, because that's going to be the start. Okay. Because it's going to go, we're going to have to, here. Oh, and let's do a, okay. So now we have these pieces. These pieces are known as half rectangle triangles, which sounds a lot like half square triangles, your HST, but these are different. They're HRT, half rectangle triangles, and they are a little bit more complicated than your half square triangles. So what do we need to do our half rectangle triangles? So we're going to start with our leaves. Our 4.5 by 7 3/4 inch green pieces. And I have 2 pieces of my background. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line from this corner to this corner, and from this corner to this corner. Have my straight edge. And it's just a sewing pencil, water soluble. So I've got that one. And now this one I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to want to do these opposite. So that would be that way. I do not want to do them the same way. I want to alternate it. And this is a fairly new one for me. I was pretty excited I was able to do it. And then I went to a quilt club meeting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Norma Jean, for inviting me. Norma Jean of Betty's Quilt Shop. I really enjoyed it. And what tickled me is that I saw that one of the projects they want to do, it's this teacup wall hanging. So cute. But it used half rectangle triangles in the pattern. So I'm looking at it going, oh, I just learned how to do that. Not perfect at it. It needs I need a lot of practice. But that's okay. And I'm going to kind of just pin these down just to make sure things don't slip. I'm going to use this line as my guide, and I'm going to do a 1/4 inch seam to the left and a 1/4 inch seam to the right. So let's go do that. My 2 seams, and I've done a light press just to make sure no bubbles or bumps, and I'm going to cut along that line, my little blue line. Now, why did I do 2? I'm going to show you. Because they match. I don't want them to match. I want them to be different. That's why I did the other one. So now they're different. And that is what you need for your flower. So let's trim this down. It needs to be 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches. Well, I'm going to set this at about the 1/2 inch mark there. You're going to see it goes from 2.5 to 10. So I want to go on the 3 to 9.5. So it's going to be 6.5 inches long. And I'm just going to, we're going to trim that. And trim that side. So this is a 6.5 inch ruler for 6.5 inches long. But now I need to be 3.5 inches. Well, I'm right at 4 inches right now. So I'm going to take this side, I'm just going to cut off evenly on both sides. So I'm going to go to 3.75 and just trim off a little bit on that side. We're going to go to the other side. I love this mat. And I'm going to go to 3.5. So now I am 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches. I'm ready to start putting this together. So if you've got a design board up on the wall or something, this is when you can start putting them up there to make sure you've got your pieces right. So I don't. I'm going to use the my table. All right. So I've got all my little pieces, and I've got more than. So I can be making multiples. So I'm going to put. Here's my corner, and let's see. Oh, there's my center. There's my 3.5 inch block of background, background, and background. And then one of my HRTs with my background and flower. And another HRT, one of the opposites. So now I've got 2 more spots I need to fill in. There's my background in a leaf color. And a background with a leaf color. And I have my tulip. And of course you can sew these. Basically this is now turns out to be a 9 patch. 3, 3, and 3. You can sew them together this way, this way, this way, and then put them together, or top to bottom. I think that is your choice. So let's sew these together and finish this block up. And this is so many possibilities. Nice way to use up scraps. What a great spring quilt, summer quilt to do. So let's sew these together and then see what we come up with. And there is my final block. Not perfect. So I definitely need a little bit more practice with the half rectangle triangles. But all in all, I think for a beginner, I'm rather pleased. Like I said, a lot of potential, and we're going to see what else we can do with this. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have found it helpful, and I can't wait to see what you do. So please be sure to send pictures. We have a Facebook group, Sewing and Crocheting for Beginners, also a Facebook page, Crazy Dave's Crew, and also a website, cdcrew.com. We would love, love, love for you to send us your pictures so that we can share with everyone to inspire more people. Have a wonderful day and happy sewing. See you next time on Crazy Dave's Crew.